Hi, welcome back. Heather here. I'm back today for Create a Lifetime of Happiness, video number 18. Woo! I am doing a 30-day or 30 video series where I am talking about creating a lifetime of happiness, where I am discussing that positive mindset, how to get us out of that negative self pity, like, oh, why me mentality into really loving our life no matter what is going on around us and really appreciating it fully. So I always start off with a quote. And before I do, I would like to ask you to please like or comment if you're joining me. Let me know you're here. And now we'll go into that quote. And feel free to comment throughout if you have any questions, you guys. Always happy to answer. Today, I pulled from a self love card deck, and it's seemingly small things can make a big impact and help create a more loving and beautiful world. Seemingly small things can make a big impact and help create a more loving and beautiful world. I 100%, 150% agree with this one. I love the ripple effect. I think it has so much power behind that. One small act of kindness, one small act of love, smallest, littlest thing that we would not think would make a difference has such a profound impact. Think about smiling at somebody. It's not a big thing, but it could be for someone that you smiled at. Like if you smiled at them, maybe that made them feel recognized and seen and really just what they needed that day. Like just to be see a friendly, smiling face to restore that faith in the world. And because you smiled at them, maybe it changed how they were interacting with their family, with their coworkers, in a more positive effect, which then had a more positive impact on those people. So it just has that ripple effect where it starts real small and then gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. So those really small acts are so important to do. Share with me, what is something small you like to do each day or weekly that you find that warm, fuzzy feeling in your heart that you know is creating that ripple effect for yourself? So the content today, we are talking about the top 5 priorities in life. Have you guys ever operated with this mentality before? It's really easy to feel lost and lack of direction. Hey, Megan, thank you for joining. Whenever we don't remind ourselves of what's close to our heart, of what's important to us. So I really love this practice of having the top 5 priorities because it's something you can visually see and look at if you need a reminder, or if you're one of those people that likes to read it at every single day to keep that intention going for yourself, to create that positive intention for your day, your week, your monthly goals. It's a really super useful resource for you. So what is a priority? Let's first go over that. A priority is just a fact or a condition of being or regarding something or treating something as important. So you're just regarding a thing, a person, an act, something that's close to you and that is important. And the top 5 are like your top 5 drivers of what is important to you in this moment. And this is going to change a lot. So always come back and reflect upon this after you create your top 5 and read it and be like, I feel better about that one. It's not my driving force anymore. I need to update it and switch it around. So it's always a useful tool to do this like every couple of months. I usually try to do it each quarter, or if I'm just really needing to reflect and see my vision for myself, I'll do it more often. But typically a good start is about every quarter, every 3 months or so. And what I want you to do is think about the priorities you have in your life. Go ahead and do this with me. Like, think about what drives you every single day. Take a minute, think of all the things you place your energy into each day, each week. Do you have things coming up in your mind? What kind of things are coming up in your mind? Is it work? Is it your house? Is it finances, your relationships? What kind of things are popping in your mind as you take a moment to breathe and reflect on what your top 5 priorities are? I want to ask you a question when you're doing this. When you're thinking of all these important drivers, all the top 5 things you hold as most important, are you on the list? Are you on that list? If you were writing them down, going through them in your head, were you putting yourself on that list? That's always a great question I like to ask people, because it totally blew my mind when I did this, because I didn't make the cut. I wasn't on the list. And I've heard that from a lot of clients I've worked with, a lot of my friends that have practiced this. They didn't make the cut either. And if we don't make our own list, what is that saying? What story are we telling ourselves? And once I realized, hey, shit, I need to be put on that list. Hell, what am I doing? If I don't think I'm important, who's going to treat me as a important person? You know, if I want that love and respect, I got to show that love and respect to myself, right? So once I realized that and I started putting myself on this list, I was able to learn to love myself in a way I had not before, and truly love me and all of me and all the great triumphs and low lows. And I love every part of it because it makes me grow, it makes me learn and change. And so I truly like it. Yes, I know. Good point, right, Megan? Whoopsies. So once I was able to love myself, I realized that I was having more energy to put into my relationships, to put into my career and being successful. And I had more motivation and drive, and I had more of a positive energy to bring to the table. I was making the people close to me feel more loved. So once I was able to put myself as a priority, something I used to think would be selfish, like, oh God, don't make time for yourself. Don't go do something for yourself. Don't buy anything for yourself. What do you think you're worth that? No. Once I was able to flip that and practice putting myself as a priority, it nourished everything else in my life. So it just shows how important that is. And what I want you to do to practice this is sit down, and I want you to think of the big 5 areas in our life. We all have these, every one of us. We have big 5 areas. We have our health, our love, our career, money, and that which is greater. So I want you to sit down, take a minute and write all those categories down: health, love, career, money, that which is greater. And then you're going to take a minute or two at each category and just really breathe that in and pause, and just whatever starts coming to your mind naturally, go ahead and write that down for each category, whatever pops up for health, love, your career. And then after you have all of that written down, do a little reflection and you'll be able to create your top 5 from there. Or if there is something that comes up for you that you're like, oh yeah, that's really important to me, go ahead and write that down as part of your top 5 priorities. And what you're going to do, I want to give you an example of what mine are right now. So my top 5 priorities: my health, and that includes my physical, my mental, and my emotional health. So that's journaling and movement. Like, those things are really, really important for my safety and sanity and making sure I am being all in my life. So that's what I make a priority each week. And then I have my relationships with my family and my friends. And I'm really focusing, the biggest priority with that is showing appreciation, like making sure each day I am appreciating something about that person or our relationship, so that I'm living in more abundance, where I'm truly seeing it for what it is instead of letting my pain and fear come in the middle of it. The third thing is my spirituality. That's through meditation, praying, and then just learning more about it, what actually is true to my heart. And then financial stability is the other thing, like putting my all into my business, making sure I am staying on top of things, being organized, becoming debt-free. And then the other thing is getting involved with something bigger than me. And so for that, I am volunteering at a place called Ready for Life, and that helps with kids in the foster care system. And that really grows my perspective and gets me involved with something outside of my little, like, narrow-minded life of like, this is my life and everything I see every day. When I volunteer and get involved with something greater than me, it really expands my perspective. So that's an important priority for myself. So once you have your top 5, write them down, display them, read them. Let this be your resource for making decisions. If you're having a really busy week and you need to clear up some space, look at your top 5. What activities align with it? Which ones don't? Let go of the ones that don't. Put the top 5 as your main drivers. Look at that every day, connect with it. And if you're having struggles, like I said, just pull that out, get some inspiration, and it will help you make the decisions that are healthiest for you and in most in alignment with who you are. So comment and share with me, was it easy for you to think of your top 5 when I was going through that? And if it was, are you operating with those in mind each day already? Or is it something that you need to revisit and put some more time and thought into, like, I can make some changes there. Well, thank you for joining me, as always, for Create a Lifetime of Happiness, where I was going over our top 5 priorities and how we can use that as a resource to making decisions in our life and that guide for us in our life. I will be back tomorrow, where I am talking about showing love for our body and how important that is. If you enjoyed this comment, please like, comment, or share this video. It is my mission to help others heal their emotional wounds so they can have healthy relationships once and for all, not just with other people, healthy relationship with our body, our mind, and connecting to our heart. So if that is something that interests you, please feel free to reach out to me by messaging me or saying interested in the comments, and I will be happy to chat. I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.